All right, so today's deep dive is all about you and AI.
Oh, this should be good.
Specifically, how AI is tackling massive global challenges and what you need to know to navigate this new frontier.
I like it.
We're diving into a recent AI for the People episode that really got me thinking, starting with climate change.
Okay, yeah, climate change and AI. That's a hot topic.
So what I found fascinating about this episode was how AI is going beyond just predicting the climate. Like, it's being used to optimize how we respond to the challenges we're facing.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is how it's not just about modeling the climate anymore. It's about using AI to design smarter solutions.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit.
Okay.
It's not just about understanding the problem anymore. It's about using AI to design smarter solutions, right?
Exactly. And the episode gave this really cool example
Oh, yeah.
about AI analyzing traffic patterns, building shapes, and even resident behavior to design a city that uses 40% less energy.
40%.
Yeah, 40. It really highlights the potential we're missing in our current city planning.
Wow, 40%. That's huge. I live in a city that could definitely use that kind of help.
For sure.
And it's not just about urban planning, right? This episode also mentioned AI guiding farmers to grow more food with less water and fewer pesticides.
Absolutely. And these aren't just futuristic concepts either.
Oh, really?
Companies like Google are already using AI to dramatically reduce the energy consumed by their data centers. We're talking about a significant reduction in their carbon footprint.
That's a game changer. It makes you realize that this isn't just theoretical.
Right.
AI is already making a real difference.
Right.
They also talk about AI analyzing satellite images to help conservationists track endangered species with incredible precision.
It's incredible what AI can do with vast amounts of data like that. This kind of technology has the potential to revolutionize how we approach conservation efforts.
It seems like there's so much potential for AI to help us address climate change. But I'm also curious about the potential downsides. The episode mentioned the energy footprint of AI itself.
Yeah, that's a really important consideration. Running those complex algorithms requires significant power. A key question moving forward is how to make AI development and deployment more sustainable so that the solution isn't inadvertently contributing to the problem.
Right. We don't want to create a whole new set of problems while trying to solve another.
Yeah.
And what about access to these AI-powered solutions? It seems like there's a risk of widening existing inequalities if we're not careful.
You're hitting on a crucial point. Equitable access to technology is paramount. If we want AI to benefit everyone, we need to ensure that these solutions are accessible to all, not just those with the resources and infrastructure.
It's a complex issue with high stakes. But speaking of complex issues with potentially huge societal impacts, this AI for the People episode also got me thinking about AI's role in social media.
Oh, yeah. Social media.
I mean, I spend a fair amount of time scrolling through my feeds, and it's kind of wild to think about how much of that experience is shaped by AI these days.
It really is. It's like it's curating this whole world for you, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, on one hand, I guess it's pretty cool because it recommends content I'm likely to enjoy and connects me with like-minded people. It makes the whole experience pretty seamless.
Yeah, exactly. Like it takes out all the guesswork, right?
Right.
But as they point out in the episode, there's two sides to every coin.
That's true because it can also lead to those filter bubbles where we're only exposed to information that reinforces our existing beliefs.
Exactly. And that's kind of what they were talking about in the episode with the whole filter bubble thing.
Yeah, when they talked about filter bubbles, I immediately thought about that time I spent like hours arguing with someone online about, well, you probably don't need to hear about that. But it made me realize how easy it is to get trapped in our own little echo chambers online.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then that can make it even harder to like have a conversation with somebody who has different views, you know?
Totally. So it was like what we talked about earlier with access to AI solutions. There's some serious implications to consider here. So how do we make sure AI is being used responsibly in a space like social media where it's so easy to manipulate what people see?
Yeah, and that's the million-dollar question, right? The episode talked about how developers are working on creating algorithms that are more transparent. So we're not just blindly consuming whatever pops up in our feeds.
So instead of just being like, oh, this is interesting, I wonder why I'm seeing this, it's like we'd have a better understanding of why we're seeing what we're seeing.
Exactly, like almost like a little behind-the-scenes look at how the algorithm works.
That would be really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Imagine if social media platforms had to be upfront about how their algorithms work, or if they had like built-in mechanisms to surface a diversity of viewpoints. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's finding that right balance between giving people what they want, what they're interested in, but also making sure they're not just stuck in an echo chamber.
Right. It can't be one size fits all because everyone's different. So we've got AI tackling climate change, shaping our online experiences. And this episode also dives into something that feels very personal: healthcare.
Hmm.
This AI for the People episode also dives into something that feels very personal:
Oh,
healthcare.
yeah. Healthcare.
It's kind of mind-blowing to think about AI revolutionizing medicine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like one thing they talked about was how AI is really pushing the boundaries of diagnosis.
Oh, really?
Like take diabetic retinopathy, for example.
Okay.
It's like a leading cause of vision loss. But if you
Uh-huh.
catch it early on, it makes a huge difference in how effective the treatment is.
Right.
And AI can analyze those retinal images and detect it with crazy accuracy,
Wow.
often before any noticeable symptoms even appear.
So you're talking about catching things that might have been missed otherwise.
Exactly. And that could be huge for people.
That's incredible.
And it's not just about early detection either. The episode also talked about AI's role in personalized treatment.
Okay.
Like, imagine getting a treatment plan that's tailored to your unique genetic makeup and your lifestyle, maximizing effectiveness while minimizing potential side effects. It's wild.
It's like having a team of specialists working behind the scenes, constantly analyzing your data and fine-tuning your healthcare approach. That's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But you're right to bring up data privacy.
Yeah, because it does make you kind of nervous when you think about AI having access to all your health data.
Of course. And the episode did emphasize how important data privacy is when it comes to AI and healthcare. Like, robust safeguards are absolutely essential to protect that sensitive information.
Totally. It's like walking a tightrope, right?
Yeah,
Harnessing the power of AI, but making sure it's not being abused and it's being used ethically.
exactly. Finding that balance is going to be key moving forward.
It's a lot to consider, that's
Yeah.
for sure. But this entire deep dive has been so eye-opening. AI is already making waves across so many aspects of our lives.
It really is.
From tackling climate change to transforming healthcare, it feels like we're on the cusp of something truly revolutionary.
I think so too. And I think the biggest takeaway for me is that as you continue to learn about AI, remember that the technology itself is only one part of the equation.
That's a good point.
It's how we choose to use it that will ultimately determine its impact on our future.
So true. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with me. It's been great having you here to break it all down.
Happy to be here.
And for all of you listening, we hope this has given you a lot to think about.
Definitely.
Keep asking those questions, stay curious, and let's shape the future of AI together.